Hello everyone, it's very good to be here, my fourth week in office as the Dutch Prime Minister. The JEF is a very important platform for us to work closely together with our allies to protect the northern part of Europe, to step up our joint cooperation on security, and that is of utmost importance in these challenging times where we see hybrid and physical threats from Russia, the Russian aggression continuing in Ukraine as the biggest threat for European security, but obviously also other geopolitical challenges all around the world that are affecting the European security and economy. And we have obviously the NATO as our most important alliance for our safety, but this JET platform is very crucial to increase the European cooperation and the European pillar within NATO. So I'm looking forward to the discussions ahead.
Dear Prime Minister, you are new at your post. What is your message to Russia and Mr. Vladimir Putin? And what is your government's Ukraine policy? Will the Netherlands deploy more weapons to Ukraine?
We are very clear on Ukraine. We will continue our support for our Ukrainian friends, both financially, military and non-military, as long as the Russian aggression against Ukraine continues. And the Netherlands works closely together with all allies to make sure that Zelensky and his troops can continue to fight, and that in the end, if a peace deal is negotiated, it will be a peace deal that is acceptable for the Ukrainian people, and we will do whatever we can to support the implementation of that peace deal.
We are here with the Polish state TV. The question for us, since Poland is a growing military force within the NATO alliance, how would you see us potentially joining the JEF?
I was very lucky to visit Warsaw in my second week in office, and I had a very good conversation with Prime Minister Tusk. The Netherlands is proud to support Poland in protecting the eastern flank of the NATO area and the European Union, and I'm very much impressed by all the work that Poland has been doing over the past years to really step up its defense, and we can learn a lot from that. Poland plays an important role in the EU and in NATO, and I'm very much a fan of this JEF Plus platform. So unfortunately, Donald Tusk wasn't able to join us here today, but I'm looking forward to have him at this table as soon as possible.
Mr. Prime Minister, how do you see Ukraine's air defense capabilities right now? The Iran war has demanded a lot of American defensive missiles now being launched in the Middle East. So does Europe need to step up also deliveries of missiles for Ukraine?
Obviously, the war with Iran and the bigger escalation in the Middle East is a threat for Ukraine, because we are spending so much now in the Middle East, a lot of heavy equipment that would have been better fit for the Ukrainian protection. On the other hand, you now see that the Ukrainian army over the past 4 years has been one of the most sophisticated ones in the world, with a lot of knowledge on, for example, drone interception. So we can all team up with Ukraine to make sure that the production of drones is increased, both for the deployment in the Middle East and Ukraine. And obviously we're trying to pull together resources to have more deliveries to Ukraine also for this year. They survived a very harsh winter, but we've got to make sure that they can also survive next winter. I think all countries should do several things. Make sure that we implement all the sanctions that are in place, not any easing of sanctions against the Russian Federation, because these sanctions are hitting them very hard. We've got to make sure that this continues. The Shadow Fleet is for them a way to avoid sanctions, and the Netherlands is, together with other countries, now setting next steps to make sure that we can intervene in this Shadow Fleet. It is difficult to improve legislation, but within the current legislation, there is a lot of more that we can do. So we're working closely with that, with the UK, with Belgium, with France, and others. So I expect in the weeks and months to come more interventions in the Russian Shadow Fleet.
Donald Trump has been calling the European allies to join and help in the Strait of Hormuz with it open. Do you see any kind of role for European states or for Netherlands?
The war in the Middle East is impacting the whole world, so a quick de-escalation would benefit us all. So we're calling upon the Iranians to stop the attacks on energy infrastructure in the region. We are now together with France protecting Cyprus and the Eastern Mediterranean, and we will look into any other mission in the Strait of Hormuz, but only after hostilities have stopped, with a clear international mandate and with one goal: to open up the Strait of Hormuz for the international trade, not only for Europe but also for the global South. Thank you very much.